How you guys doing? My name is Brandon, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick update on my IPV3. Couple things. The only two issues that I really had was all this silver paint was chipping off. So I just put this carbon fiber wrap on it, just cheap stuff, but it works. It gets the job done. It looks like I probably got some crap on it at work. But this is my daily mod, so, it goes everywhere with me. And so it did get scratched up. And that paint is definitely coming off in areas. So it doesn't look bad. There's a little bit of it chipping off there, but whatever. Not a big deal. The other thing I'm going to show you guys is I got rid of the screws. And it's now got magnets. So these magnets are 1/4 inch in diameter and 1/16 of an inch thick. So, as you can tell, they are very small magnets, but they are pretty strong. I think they had 3 or 4 pounds worth of force to them. So, and you don't even have to line this thing up. You just plop it near it, and it sucks it right in, and it's perfect. So it was pretty simple to do. This is a 1/4 inch drill bit. As you can see, I still got some metal shavings from when I did it on there. But yeah, 1/4 inch drill bit, and you just drill down in where the screw holes are, and as you can see, the drill bit will take off on you a little bit, so be careful with that. When you're drilling this, you're going to want to put pressure not only down, but try to put pressure in this direction a little bit, because you don't want it to get sucked over here and destroy your wiring. So luckily all it did was hurt this little plastic here, and I'm not too worried about it. You don't ever see it anyway. But what you're going to want to do, because this back cover is way too thin, so you obviously can't drill into the back cover and set these magnets in there. So you're going to want to drill twice the depth of one of these magnets. So I just basically took 2 magnets, stuck them together, drilled a little bit, tested it, drilled a little bit, tested it, until they sat as flush as possible with this. On the bottom, because it kind of took off on me, I was a little afraid to drill much deeper than I did. So, as you can see when I plop this on, there is a little bit of a gap on the bottom. If I push it together, it'll go together, but there is a little bit of a gap, but it doesn't bother me. And at the top, where you're most worried about juice getting in, it's pretty tight. I wouldn't be pouring juice all over it, but I have spilled juice, and it hasn't leaked inside the device. I pulled the cover off, and it was nice and dry in there. So just make sure you drill it deep enough to where they'll both fit, and then whenever you're putting in these magnets, all I used JB Weld. So I put JB Weld in the hole, put the magnet in the hole, and I let the JB Weld dry. And then I took the second magnets and I put them in the hole on top of these magnets, just to make sure that they're perfectly aligned and they actually fit into the hole. And then I put a little dab right in the center of the magnet of JB Weld. I put the cover on, and then I just filled up the screw holes with JB Weld. And I think I did this about 5 days ago. It's Thursday now. I did it on Saturday. So, so far it's holding up very well. Like I said, there's a little gap, but it doesn't bother me. But you don't even have to align this right. I got these magnets off of Amazon. I think they were like $5, and you got like 30 of them. So I have a few other things that I need magnets for, but you literally just get the cover somewhat in the right spot, and they align perfectly. So it's definitely a huge time saver, much less of a pain in the ass than it was before to change out your batteries. And other than that, I have not had any issues with this whatsoever. Since the last video, I actually still have the same exact coils in here. The only thing that I do differently now is I have Kojendo Japanese cotton as opposed to just the CVS sterile cotton balls. But yeah, this thing's working great. I mean, I've dropped it a few times. It's taken some hits. You know, I've overfilled it when I wasn't paying attention, and juice was dripped all down the face of it, and all down the side of it, and all down the back. I've had juice everywhere, all over this thing, and I've never had a single issue with it. The only thing, sometimes the first hit I take, when it's just been sitting for a little while, the voltage will be a little bit higher than what it normally is. So what I normally do is just fire it real quick, and then I take a hit of it. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it happens, so that's just my way of alleviating that issue. But other than that, I am vaping. See if we can get this thing to focus. Yeah, see, it's reading it at 0.6. See, so that first time when you fire it, sometimes it's just a little off, and you can see every time I fire it, sometimes it'll go up a volt or a tenth of a volt, or go down a tenth of a volt, but it's not too inconsistent. And I haven't, once you actually, you know, I don't think I've vaped on it now for probably 20 or 30 minutes. That first hit, sometimes it'll do that, but once you're at, you know, actively vaping it, it seems to be pretty consistent. The other thing is sometimes my mod will back off a little bit, and whenever it does that, it seems to read a little less consistently. Yeah, see, 3.9, 4.0, 4.0. So it settles out, but that first press, you know, maybe after you screw it in or after it's just been in your pocket for a while, sometimes that first press is just a little kooky. So I mean, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it. I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much. I'll just, you know, if I don't click it before I take a drag off of it, and then you know, I can feel the temperature difference, and I'll just cut it off early just to make sure that it doesn't, you know, kill me or anything like that. But here, let me. As you can see, we're still blowing clouds around here, so not a problem. So, I'm not much of a cloud chaser, but I'm definitely a flavor chaser. And if you like lemon flavors, I recommend this Uncle Junk's Hard Lemonade. This is a great lemon flavor. It does definitely kind of taste like hard lemonade, maybe kind of tastes a bit like a lemon head, somewhere in between, but it's a great lemon flavor. I like in-your-face, just blah-blam flavors, and this is one of those that definitely does it for me. The only issue I've had is this childproof cap kind of sucks, and it's one of those that if you don't tighten it down real hard, it'll back off on you a little bit, and from tightening it down really hard, I've broken off a few of these childproof teeth. But it still works, so no biggie with that. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.